Good afternoon to all. Sorry for the interruptions made yesterday. Here power shadow, and my battery backup is also very poor. That's why yesterday I am unable to continue this session till the end. For the today's presentation, I request some people to unmute your mic. And Arvind Roshan. Arvind Roshan connected? Not yet. Okay. Sai Ganesh. Sai Ganesh, please unmute your mic. And Bhavya Gupta.
Yes, sir.
Okay, unmute your mic. Siddharth. Komal Siddharth. Temple Komal Siddharth. Not yet joined. Afsal. Muhammad Afsal.
Yes, sir.
Purna. Purna Chandra.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Please join with us. Purna Chandra, I did the list, Purna Chandra. You belong to memory, sir?
Sir, your audio isn't clear.
Audio is not clear.
Oh, actually, there is lots of noise coming from your mic, sir.
Oh, wait.
No, it's not loud enough, sir.
Now it's fine, I guess.
Now it is fine?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now, I think now it is okay. Is it Purna? Purna Chandra. Purna Chandra.
Yes, sir. I am present, sir.
What is your register number, Purna Chandra?
Sir, your voice is cracking.
What is your register number? Register number.
Like mine.
Roll number. Yours, Purna Chandra.
Mine, sir, 121, sir.
121. Very good, very good. Yagarajan, please join with us.
Vimal, I think you are Tyagarajan.
Sir, did you call me, sir?
It is very clear that you started. Yes. Yes. Am I audible, Tyagarajan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. We will start the today's sessions. Please unmute. Tyagarajan.
Okay, sir.
Okay. have you practiced the yesterday content which I have circulated via WhatsApp, my dear friends? Okay. Absolutely, it is visible. My slide number 37 is visible at Excel.
Yeah, I can see only white screen, sir.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, fine. If there is any interruption, let me know.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Concerning the yesterday presentation, we have stopped till Gauss Jordan method. Gauss Jordan method is very similar to that of Gauss elimination. The thing is, we need to concern with the upper portions also. We need to make the upper portions 0, which I have already started during my yesterday presentation. Concerning the last row, that is third row, we have already converted into 0 during our Gauss elimination. And the thing is, we need to convert the first column is also 0. That here at this point we did during the Gauss elimination method. Here during the Gauss Jordan method, what we have to do, don't identify the new pivot in the third column on the third row. Iterate the first row in order to obtain this second column for this second term of the first row, make that minus 2 by 3 into 0. Therefore, R1 implies plus 2 by 3 into R2. Importantly, we need to do the iteration with the new pivot. Then only the problem will solve as early. The convergence rate will increase during the changes which was made by the new pivot. Else, we can do with that of any as per our wish. We can do with matrix. The thing is, it won't converge. And concerning the first term, 1 plus 2 by 3 into 0, that is equal to 0, that is equal to 1. Minus 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3 becomes 0. Concerning the third term, 1 plus 2 by 3 into minus 6 by 11 is equal to 7 by 11. Concerning the right hand side term, that is minus 3 by 11, doing some simple calculation, it will become 20 by 11. And the new converted mathematical matrix form is, this is the new mathematical form. What we have to do now, we need to identify the new pivot. Here the new pivot is minus 2 by 11. We need to convert the new pivot into 1. By multiplying the reciprocal, we can obtain the 1, and on RHS it becomes 6. And we need to do changes with the R1 and R2 with the new pivot. Here, our 7 by 11 and minus 6 by 11 in simultaneously we can do the calculation. And when it was plus 7 by 11, we need to do with minus 7 by 11 into R3. Based on the calculation, we can obtain 1, 0, 0 and minus 2. And concerning row 3, it is minus 6 by 11. Therefore, we need to make the equation as R3 plus 6 by 11 into R2. Here, it was R2. On RHS, R2. R2 implies R2 plus 6 by 11 R2. R2 implies R2 plus 6 by 11 R2. The first term becomes 0. The second term becomes the third term, that is 1. And concerning the last term, 0. And on RHS, we will get 3. By giving all the parameters into matrix, we will get 1 0 0, that is 0 1 0 0 0 1 0. The matrix is the thing is we need to convert the matrix as a unit matrix or identity matrix. By doing so, we can directly get the results on RHS. Here the RHS is the solution, that is x1 is equal to -2, x2 is equal to 3, and x3 is equal to 6. This was the result which we have obtained even in our gas elimination method. Are you able to follow my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Later you can solve on your own. You can solve. Now we will start the iterative method. The thing is, yesterday I have sent 2 photocopies of iterative method. The iterative method is slightly differ from direct method. The method which we have seen is the direct method, that is Gauss elimination or Gauss Jordan method belongs to direct method. And now we'll see, we'll have visit over in the iterative method. What is iterative? The solution based on our assumption, we are going to start the problem. Then slowly we will try to converge and not obtain the accurate results. Elimination method like Gaussian elimination procedure are often called direct equation solving method, and an iterative method is a trial and error method. We have set of equations and we have set of unknowns we are going to solve based on the assumptions. The major advantages of iterative method is that it can use to solve the even non-linear simultaneous equations also we can solve. And the equation which we have seen so far is a linear equation. For even for non-linear equations also, the iterative methods can give the results. The thing is we need to do a very longer procedure. In Gauss elimination method, what we did, we have converted the mathematical form into a matrix form. Assume there are n number of parameters in linear system of equations. That is a11 x1 plus a12 x2 and so on is equal to till a1n into xn is equal to b1, and assume we have n equations and n unknowns. First what we did, we have converted the linear system of equation into a matrix form. Here I have written into matrix form. It is an equal matrix. Just I have made it as it is an equal matrix. Based on the equal matrix, we can derive the above relation. From this equation, what we can do, we can remove x1, x2, x3, xn, which all the rows has. The rows commonly has x1, x2, x3, xn terms in each rows. Therefore, it can be transferred to the columns. I have removed to the top of the matrix, and as it was, I have written the RHS. How we can convert this x1, x2, x3, xn? This can be converted into column. This can be converted into column by multiplying this column into this coefficients. We can obtain the equation. Therefore, given linear system equation can be written in the form of matrix. This matrix is simply written as A, that is matrix coefficient matrix, X unknown, B RHS constant. Here the thing is the row matrix can be written in open and close bracket, and the square matrix or rectangular matrix can be written in the form of open and closed square bracket. If
Sir,
yes, please.
okay.
Yes, please.
The PPT was stuck till now, sir. That's why.
PPT.
It
It
is in
was
the
stuck
previous
on the
page,
first.
sir.
Now only.
Yeah, I think it's good now.
Oh, it is not
We
populating,
couldn't
huh?
No, it's good.
we
It's good
couldn't
now.
see
It's
the
good now.
previous slide.
Now it is feasible for you to view.
Yeah, now
Yes, sir.
previous slide we could see.
Okay. The last row, it is feasible to visit the last row, that is A into X is equal to B.
Yes, sir.
Therefore, the coefficient can be written in the form of A, and the X is equal to B. The linear system equation is simply written as A X into B. And what we are going to do with Gauss in the iterative method is these equations can be written in the form of x1, x2, x3, and x4. How we can return by this way we can convert the above equation into in the newer form, that is x1 is equal to b1. We have b1 on the RHS, and a12 x2 minus a12 x2 minus a13 x3 minus a14 x4 divided by the coefficient which is associated with the x1. Similarly, we can write all other equations. Then these equations, what we have in the earlier equation, a1 on the whole, we have division for a1 and a2, a11 and a2 to a33 and a44. What we are going to do, we are going to divide, we are going to give a11 for the entire x values, that is a12 by minus a12 by a11 minus a13 by a11 minus a14 by a11, and at last we have b1 by a11. Similarly, we can rewrite all the four equations, x2, x3, x4. In x1, we don't have the x1 because it was derived from x1. x2 term, the x2 term left free, and x3, the x3 term left free. Yes, please. In x4 term, we don't have any x4 term. I am interested to write a newer equation for this equation means how we can write it. Bhavya, please. Bhavya. I am interested to write this newer equation into simple matrix form. How it is feasible for us to write? Afsal, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
X is equal to x is equal to this. We are interested to write simple mathematics form,
Okay.
which we have did it in the past equation, that is Ax is equal to B. Similarly, we have to write the x1, x2, x3, x4.
Okay.
How we can rewrite?
Sir, can you repeat the question again? Actually, I was gone for a while.
No issues. We are interested in writing this into a simple mathematical form, which we have written in the written here. The coefficient we have written the coefficient to A, and x into x and b into b. Ax is equal to b, a simple form. Similarly, we are concerned to write into a simple form. It is feasible. We have x on the left side. Okay, on the right side we have ax plus constant, a constant. b1 by a1 is a new constant. Okay, anyway, see here we have the past equation ax is equal to b. Now we have x on the left side. Similarly, we have x on the right side, but the coefficient is differs. Therefore, I am introducing a new coefficient called c, and the new constant b becomes d. X, the newer mathematical form can be written as x is equal to cx plus d. Cx plus d. And here, see, on the left side we have introduced j j is equal to c constant c x j minus 1 plus t. This is what we are going to do with the iterative method.
Yes, sir.
It is clear? Do you have any doubts so far?
No, sir.
No, sir.
The equations can be written as xj is equal to cx j minus 1 plus d. For the first iteration, we are going to have the assume the x value, and for the next iteration, for the second iteration, for the previous from the data from the previous iteration, we are going to get the data, get the information. Right. The ax is equal to b can be written as x is equal to cx plus d. For 2x, we are introducing the iteration symbols, that is j minus 1 and j. And this is the way how we can write the c and d. The c can be written in the form of matrix, and the d can be written in the form of matrix. And convergence criteria, I will detail in little later. I will detail about the convergence where we have to stop the iteration. I will tell.
Sir,
And,
can you show the previous slide once more? Sir, previous to this one.
One more slide back.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Sir, the one which has C matrix and all, that one.
The C matrix slide, sir.
Yes.
So the next slide, the one after this one. Yes, sir.
This one.
This one.
Yes, sir, this one.
Oh, sir, iterative methods slide, sir.
Yes, this one.
Yes, sir, this one.
Please make a note. Don't simply watch the video. Still, you are doing so. When we have leisure time, at that time, please make a note, because since it was a pure mathematical paper, we need plenty of practice. You can solve anyway. You can solve the problem. But the thing is, within the stipulated time, we need to do. For that, we need plenty of practice.
Sir, done. You can change the slides.
Based on the previous equation, you can modify. On your own, you try to write on your own. Is it okay? Will I continue?
Yes, sir.
This you try
Yes,
from
sir,
this
yes.
equation. From this equation, you have to write this equation. Please make it. This slide, you please make it. Ax is equal to b. In the form of c is equal to cx plus d. In both the ways we have x, but it not might be a equal x. Therefore, the RHS can be in right hand side, x can be written as j minus 1, and LHS is j. That is newer j, and on RHS we have older x value. this conversion criteria, I will make a note in detail little later. And Jacobi Jacobi and Seidel are very similar. Jacobi and Seidel method are very similar. Jacobi, what we are going to do with Jacobi is we are going to assume x1 and x2, x3 is equal to 0 or 1 or 2. As per our wish, we can assume our trial criteria, that is x values. Let x is equal to 0, x1, x2, x3 is equal to 0. Not probably all the three is equal. We can assume one is not equal to. It is not mandatory to take equal values. Different values also we can prefer. Here the x1 new is equal to b1. The x2, x3 we are going to adopt the x2, x3, x4 is equal to 0. For in order to find the x2, also we are going to implement the x1, x3, x4 is equal to 0. Now to find x3 also we are going to feed the values of x is equal to 0. Similarly for x4. The difference for Gauss-Seidel is during the calculation of x2, we have the value of x1. We have the value of x1. Assume our x1, x2, x4 is equal to 0. While calculating the new x2 value, here x2 volt is 0, x3 volt is 0, and x4 volt is 0. While calculating the x2 new value, we have the new value of x1 that can be feed into find the x2 newer value. That is the difference of Gauss-Seidel and Gauss-Jacobi. Similarly, during the calculation of x3, we have the value of x1 as well as x2. x1 and x2 can be feeded into the third equation in order to find the x3 value. Similarly, in order to find x4, we have all newer values. Here, there is no need to select the 0. x1 is 0, x2 0, x3 0, as we did it in Gauss-Jacobi. Here, the newer value can be used to find the x4 value. That is the major difference between Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel method. Right. This picture gives you a clear idea about Jacobi and Seidel. For Jacobi, the x1, x2, x3 values given as a feed for the next iteration, but for in the first iteration itself, the x1 values can be used to find the newer x2 value. This is the difference between Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel. And very importantly, the condition for solving the matrix with the aid of Gauss-Jacobi or Gauss-Seidel is it should be a diagonally dominant matrix. What is diagonal dominant matrix? The diagonal terms are greater than the summation of other two terms. It should be diagonally dominant. Else we rearrange the equation now to get the diagonally dominant components. And the rearrangement of such equations is said to be in pivoting, that too with partial pivoting. Yesterday, I think one person asked, sir, whether we can do rearrangement over the column. Afzal, who asked the question, Afzal?
What, sir? I don't know, sir.
You asked that?
No, sir, I didn't.
Yeah, I think Abhishek.
Abhishek.
Of row operation, he asked if we can do column operation.
Abhishek Kumar or Abhishek?
Abhishek Kumar.
Abhishek Kumar. Abhishek Kumar. Today Abhishek is in the meeting, in the class. Okay, anyway, the thing is, we need to remember the order. we are converting the column 1 into column 2 means we have to remember the column 1 represent y and column 2 represent x, because we made a change, and that the changes in the rows which we have made is said to be in partial pivoting, and very rarely the full pivoting can be done. The full pivoting means changes made in the column is said to be in full pivoting. The arrangements over the rearrangements over the x rows alone is called partial pivoting, and full pivoting or pivoting is when we are doing the changes with the column, that is said to be in pivoting or full pivoting. But we have to remember the order. The changes made with x or changes made with y. Based on that, we have to introduce the x and y during the calculation, so during solution stage. Okay, here what it happens when the rearrangement doesn't made means the convergence rate we cannot able to converge the results. During rearrangements we can converge. Assume this is the solution. This is the solution region and this is the solution. Now it is feasible to see the mouse.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the solution region. Assume this is the solution region. During rearrangement, that is diagonal dominant equations, the solution can be obtained as early as possible. When it was not done, the divergence will occur. It is not feasible to converge as early. Therefore, it is suggested to do the calculation with the rearrangements. The rearrangements means obtain a diagonal dominant matrix and then do the problem. Here, a simple example is given, and try to we are given the problem in a sequence. We have given here the example 5. Example 1, which we have the Gauss elimination, which I have detailed during my classes, and example 2 and 3, I have given 2 practices for the from Gauss elimination. That is from Gauss Jordan. We have solved the example 1 itself, that is the example 4, and this is example 5. In order to revisit, this address is mandatory. Therefore, please have a note on the problem number. And this is naturally the equation is rearranged since we have 20. The 20 the summation of -2 and 1 is greater than lesser than the diagonal dominant diagonally arranged term. So similarly, we have a 20x and 20z. This is what we are going to solve with the help of Gauss-Jacobi and Seidel. Yesterday, there are 2 papers, and from that you can find the solution for Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel. Do you have any doubts over the solution? Then I will explain. Else we will have a visit of Excel. We are going to solve the problem with that of Excel. Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel with the help of Excel we are going to solve. Any doubts with mathematical calculations? It is very simple steps. First, the given equation can be converted into x and y, x, y, z. The first during the first approximation, the x1, we are going to calculate x1, y1, z1. For that, we are going to, on the RHS, we are going to put y0, z0. That is y0, z0, x0. For initial iteration, assume x0, that is x0, y0, z0 is equal to 0. Then calculate your x1, y1, z. That is our first approximation. In the second approximation, apply your the newer calculator x1, y1, z1 in the second iteration. Therefore, the LHS of the second iteration becomes x2, y2, and z2. On RHS, you put x1 and z1. Similarly, iterate till achieving 4 to 5 digits. The digits can be given in the question itself till achieving 4-digit accuracy. Solve the problem. That is the stopping criteria so far. We have another stopping criteria that I will make a note little later. Here in the material which I have circulated, I have seen that is 5-digit accuracy concerning Gauss-Seidel method. In the fifth approximation itself, that is fourth or fifth approximation itself, we have obtained the results. As I said earlier, the convergence rate of Gauss-Seidel is greater than the convergence rate of Gauss-Jacobi, because the newer calculated value is given as a feed for doing calculation in the same iteration itself. Okay. Please open your Excel and we will start with the simple calculation, simple addition, subtraction, and little later we will see the solution for Gauss-Jacobi and Gauss-Seidel. And Bhavya, the Excel is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. In A1, in address A1, I am giving some numbers, and B1 some numbers. And in E1, I am concerning to calculate the addition of the earlier terms. How we can find the results? Simply, the autosum which is on the top can give the summation value. On the other way, what we can do, give equal to. I am moving the cursor in A and 1, the address which you can view on the address bar. Here you can see, and give addition symbol and then click over B1, and again plus this, again plus, and this. This is the one way to calculate the additions. Similarly, you can do your multiplication or subtraction or whatever it may be. Now, I am concerning about the greater than or lesser than values. Here, what is here C5 and D5. The address is C5 and D5. Now, I have to find which one is greater. I am giving equal to symbol. I am giving equal to symbol. If introduce if the Excel itself teach you the various default mathematical terms, terminologies, nomenclatures which is available in the Excel. Give A, you can find various vocabularies, various terminologies, various nomenclatures. You give B, let's say terms which is related to B, we can see C. Similarly, I'm giving if open bracket, I'm my logical test C5, I am clicking over the C5, I am giving the symbol less than symbol and D5. D5, click here now. I'm going to give the text C5, C5. My logical test is true. That is C5 is less than D5. C5 is less than D5. Here my logical test is true. Then return D5 is greater. D5 D5 is greater. Else during text you wish to have a text in the if command, use double quote, because we can do calculation, mathematical calculation also in the logical test. Yeah, if we wish to do the text, we need to get the text over the if command, then introduce double quote, then you will get the text. Here logical train test is fails. Here what happens, C5 is here D5 is greater. See, D5 is greater. Now give 150. What changes made in the equation, that is E5? What changes made? Here we can view C5 is greater. Now give 150. So see what happens? D5 is greater. Now we need to we are concerned about 150. What was the text? C5 is greater. But the thing is, both are equal. How we can get both are equal? The text has to be written as both are equal. We need to get the text as both are equal. How we can write both are equal? Anyone please? Any ideas? Bhavya, Afsal?
So can
So
you
you can
repeat
give
the
If both are equal,
We can give
we
if, then elif,
we
then
rewrite the equation. In what way we can rewrite? Okay, I will make a detailed note. Here I am giving greater than symbol. I am changing here C5, here D5. D5. Okay, now here I am removing here I am giving one more if my logical test. What is my logical test? Give C5 equal to D5, comma. So what was the text we have needed? Both are equal. If my logical test is okay, then return the text as both are equal. Else I am using comma. This comma separates the logical test, true value and false value. If it is false, now I am again giving a second if command. At the end I am going at the end for closing this newer if value, and now give yes. What happens? Both are equal. If 151, C5 is greater. Here 152, D5 is greater. Okay, how we did? What was the mathematical form which we have given in Excel? If C5 is equal to D5, comma, open double quote, both are equal. Return the text as both are equal. Again, at the end, at the text give your double quote. Again, comma. Again, I am concerned about the comparison of two terms. That is C5 and D5. If C5 is greater, return the text as C5 is greater. Else, return the D5 is greater. Okay, this is the way we can do many calculation with the help of Excel.
So what if you want to return the value instead of like saying D5, you want to put the value?
Pardon?
Like instead of putting D5, what if we want to display 152?
Yes, we can also here instead of giving such a double quote and thing that is equal to C, that is C5. Instead of giving this term, you remove this one and return. If both are equal, then value comes. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Like calculator, what was the things returned here that can be thrown away. You can do some mathematical calculations also. Yes. When both are equal, I am concerned about the addition of both the terms. That is C5, D5. It will return the same text. No. Equal to sum just two terms. Okay, is it clear? If both are equal, I have given do addition. Do addition over the two terms. 300, 302. 150, D5 is greater. When it is 152, D5 is greater. Okay. Okay, now we will see. Is clear? Still? Is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
I'll
Yes,
solve
sir.
the. Pardon. Yes, please. Now, I've already given the mathematical form. Since we will try with a newer sheet. Yes. First iteration, I'm going to have the x1, x2, x3 value is equal to 0, 0, 0, and 0. Now I will calculate. I am concerning about the calculation of x1 for my first iteration. This is Gauss-Jacobi. Right. How we can do? I am giving the equal to. What was the mathematical form? Please have your mathematical form. On RHS we have C divided
17
by
minus
17 divided by instead 17 I have clicking
right.
over the cell which has 17. 17 by
Yeah.
20. 17 by
20.
20.
20.
Right.
Yeah.
What I have to do? X1 is equal to, okay, C by this term, okay, x2 into, please have a visit over the equation, minus,
But y
No.
y will be 0. X2 will be 0,
1
right?
divided by, sorry, 1 divided by the term which is associated with the constant, 20, close the bracket, open bracket, C minus, that is y0. The constant which is associated with the y here, that is x2 into the newer value minus this term, this one. Now it is good.
Yes, sir.
Right. What we did here, 1 divided by, please have the visit over the mathematical form, that is this term gone to right side as a division, that is therefore the 1 divided by v2 and into the constant minus x2 into new x2 minus x3 into new x3. Okay. Right. Now shall I continue for a few more minutes? What was the next star? Shall I take till 1:30?
Okay, sir.
Some others view.
It's fine.
Bhavya?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Fine.
sir.
Yes,
It's
sir.
fine, sir. It's fine.
Yes, sir.
Chandra? Chandra?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
No problem, sir. No problem.
Okay. Okay. Concerning x2, yes, I am giving it equal to, you open bracket, 1 divided by the constant which is associated with x2 is 20. Giving close bracket. Now again giving open bracket. RHS I have minus 8 minus x1 into the newer x1 minus my x3 into the newer x3. And minus 0.9 is our answer. Concerning the third equation, give equal to, and open bracket, 1 divided by 20, close bracket, again open bracket, RHS we have 25, minus my coefficient for x into the iteration, 0th iteration, minus my coefficient for x2 into 0th iteration value. Use your close bracket. Okay. My x3 value is 1.25. Okay. This is what, in this way we can get the results for other iterations also. I am giving 2 and 3. If we wish to continue the newer continuous number means, do drag and drop. Simply do drag and drop, then it will return the continuous numbers. See 2, 4, and
So then if you drag x1 column also, it should show the same.
if you continue with the doing drag and drop, you can find 8, 14, 20, the properties also replicates. It is in center place, the properties also replicating. Okay. Okay. Now what we have to do copy here, Control C and Control V. What it does? Some problem with X3. What was the changes made? Wait. What we have to do? We have to make this term isn't the term which is given in B2, C2, D2 and E2 should be constant. Which is varying? X1, X2, X3 is varying. The input for the next iteration is this values. This is the initial inputs. This initial inputs has to be changed. While doing copy and paste, Control C and Control V. What it did, instead of taking this values, this is the instead of taking the values from second row, it was given the input for the next row, subsequent row below the earlier row. Therefore, it takes the values from the third row. But we have to keep the values in the second row itself. What we have to do here, the terms which is related in row 2 has to be kept at constant. Therefore, introduce a term called dollar symbol. Introduce the dollar symbol before 2. What it does, it keeps in the row 2 itself. But C has to be shifted down. That's why I am not giving the dollar symbol before 7. And in D2 I am introducing dollar symbol. Similarly, to introduce dollar symbol before 3, because the third row is associated with the second equation. Enter. And here give dollar symbol and dollar symbol. There are 4 dollar symbols in one particular equation, but here we have given only 3. Here 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 terms: x1, x2, x3, and C. The 4 terms has to be should not be varying. It should be a constant. Now do drag and drop. We'll get the results. That's all. That's all about Jacobi method. And I will share this Excel to you. Practice over the Excel. Jacobi, I have given the Jacobi. It's in, till 6th iteration. We can achieve the 5-digit, 6-digit equality. Therefore, I have stopped my iteration till 6th iteration. But you are interested to calculate further, you can do drag and drop. That will give the results. Similarly, Gauss-Seidel, but you have to rewrite the mathematical form when it was concerned about Gauss-Seidel. Here Gauss-Seidel, the information has to taken from this one. For x1, this one. For calculating x2, you have to get the information from this x1 and x2. Therefore, be conscious while writing the equation for Gauss-Seidel. You practice over this Excel. Please expertise over Excel, which assists you to write your thesis in an easier way during your end semester. Do you have any doubts in Excel? Now, so find my PPT, the results of PPT which was taken from the Excel. This was the results which I have given in my text also, handwritten text also. You can verify my text. This was the results of Gauss-Jacobi, and this is the results of Gauss-Seidel. Gauss-Seidel, the required closeness achieved as earlier than the Gauss-Jacobi. Gauss Jacobi, you are obtaining the results at the here fine at the 8th iteration only. No, which iteration has very close results with that of earlier iteration, that is 9 and 10 iteration is closer, but concerning Gauss Seidel, here 6 and 7 has closer results. Therefore, the convergence rate of Gauss Seidel is greater than the convergence rate of Gauss Jacobi. Okay, I will share my Excel. Please practice over the Excel. We will meet during Monday. Do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
In Excel, do you have any doubts?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, if you doesn't have any doubts, we will wind up here.
Sir,
Ah,
after recording,
please.
can you drop the recording in the chat also? So that if you want to look at it again, we can.
Little louder, my dear.
Can you hear, sir? Hello?
Yes, please.
Yeah, can you drop the recording in the chat box? Like after you stop recording?
You wish to share my recordings.
Yes, sir. Only you can do that.
I am doing. You
Okay.
can view as per your wish. You can visit in our group in MIS. You can view at any time. I am recording.
Okay.
Okay, Nishan. Okay. Any other doubts?
No, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. We'll
Thank
meet
you.
during Monday.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.